Hello, my name is João Sousa. I work for the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, and I'm a project manager of plastic pollution related projects. First, thank you very much for the invitation. It's always a pleasure to be invited by the Geneva Environment Network. And I would like to start this presentation following the screening of the movie, which is it's a great documentary, not only because it shows the beauty, but because we can also see the beast in a way. So uh, this leads us to climate change and the way it affects corals. Of course, I'm not going to talk about corals. You've seen it. I'm not anyway a specialist on corals, but corals can be affected by climate change in so many different ways. Now, of course, climate change comes, and we can basically uh, we know that it's, as a result of anthropogenic emissions can be traced to industrial revolution when we transition to a new manufacturing process. So this occurs between 76 and 80s, 40s. Um, the industrial revolution brought also cheaper and more available items and products. This eventually lead the way to the throwaway culture. And essentially, this is what I will be speaking shortly today. It's about plastic pollution coming from our throwaway culture. So at IUCN, I work for the Global Marine and Polar Program, and we developed a global portfolio of projects around the world where we try to understand the source of the problem. So the idea is to understand first how big it is and where is it coming from, and then react upon it. So we have projects in most of the continents running now, and I will basically talk about the largest one. So we have a big project now in six small island developing states, three in the Caribbean and three in the Pacific, and we couple two more islands in the Mediterranean. So the whole idea is to drive circular economy, transitioning to circular economy, creation of new value chains, but at the same time eliminating plastic pollution. Now, just a quick definition in terms of plastic pollution and plastic waste. So, as a simple example, when we open a bag of cookies and we eat the cookies, the bag basically is with what we did was generated plastic waste. If the window is open and the plastic flies outside, then we generated plastic pollution. So this is mainly the difference. Plastic pollution is plastic waste that is not contained in one way or the other. So our approach is going to an island, have a snapshot of all the plastic that is being consumed by different sectors, tourism, transport, fisheries, normal business. We try to understand all of these sources, how much plastic is consumed, then try to understand from this waste how much can be recycled and how much the rest that cannot be recycled, what is the process which it should follow. And then we advise governments on how to handle this huge amount of plastic that is generated in terms of waste. And by doing so, not only want to reduce the amount of plastic waste that is generated, but also to eliminate as much as possible the pollution. So I'm sorry, on this slide still, so we measure everything, we separate what is recyclable from what is non-recyclable, and we created the business case for the solutions that we aim when we develop the value chains. And then we also have some intervention when it comes to driving policy towards the support of these solutions. The full idea is to develop a blueprint, which is a scalable, replicable document where you can see this is the way to handle plastic from the perspective of an island. So this is the overall aim of this project. So we've been developing reports in the last 5 years around the issue. Feel free to consult them. And one last note, we developed together with UNEP a document and a methodology that is very long to say. It's a national guidance on plastic pollution hotspotting and shaping action, but mostly is the process by which we approach a country and we identify the key hotspots where everything is coming from in terms of plastic. We prioritize key areas of intervention, and then we support the governments converging towards the best instruments to deal with this problem. So basically, thank you very much. It was my presentation for today. I wish you all a nice day.